The Tram tour at Universal Studios Hollywood began running in 1964, which means it's officially 60 years old. We're here today on the opening day of the 60th anniversary celebration, and we're going to check out all the festivities, like a special version of the Tram tour, including some throwback photo opportunities, and they even have some exclusive food items in honor of this special day. We're so excited to be here for this momentous occasion, so why don't you come hang out with us?
So typically when we come into a Universal Park, the first thing we do is buy a freestyle cup. That didn't change, obviously. We have it right here, and I really like this one. It's the 60th anniversary freestyle cup. There is a problem, and it's the thing that did change. So they're having an issue with their system, and it is cash only park-wide. And we brought $23 with us. Everything's digital these days. This was $20. And the plan was to get food and stuff today, but we'll just have to see whether that happens or not. I'm hoping that they can get the system back up. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go do the Tram tour. I mean, that's what today's about anyways. And I think that was initially the plan. It's just now we have an even better reason to go do it. And that's in hopes that the card situation gets fixed and that we can use our credit card, because we have $2.96 to our name.
How cool is this mural that they have for the Tram tour? Like, we walked down this little walkway and both Tyler and I were like, like, I want this in my house, and not like a scaled down like poster version. Like, I just want this.
Where would we put that?
In the living room? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure we have anywhere that's like big enough for it, but it doesn't make me not want it. The Tram tour is one of the coolest things about Universal Hollywood. Like, it's always our favorite experience here. And like the tram behind us, like this one that's currently loading, it's not one of like the special ones that's decorated for the 60th anniversary. Yeah, like the glam tram, but I can see the one that is coming for us, and it is. So we get a cool one. We get the glam tram.
In celebration of our 60th anniversary, much of the studio lot is camera ready and filled with surprise photo opportunities.
Back in the day, using exterior sets and inside.
Great Scott! It's time to go back to the future. This famous line, along with "Isn't he a trampo?" We're right here at Courthouse Square, aka Hill Valley, from 1985's Back to the Future. Courthouse Square was also used in Bye Bye Birdie and To Kill a Mockingbird long before my son ever saved the clock tower. And glamour trams have been passing by this same set.
We literally watched Back to the Future on the plane right here, so like, I don't know, it's super cool. So I've seen it before, but that's the first time I've seen it since I was like 4 and have memories of it. So seeing it in person is awesome.
I was always fascinated by the magic behind making movies. I fell in love with zombie movies and monster movies as a young kid.
John as well. That's really good enough to worry about. Thank God, I'm just hanging over there. But the two inches of water down.
I love it so much. So normally with the Tram tour, you like stay on it the whole time, but for the 60th anniversary, we get to get off. This is where the cool like throwback photo ops are, and you get to see some of the sets like up close and in person.
There's a Fast and Furious photo op, and we're cracking up because of the blurred background. Like, it's just going so fast that even the background.
But you're just standing there. You're static. You're not blurred. You're not moving. You're standing there. But
Oh, that's funny.
the background's blurry. It's great.
So of course we're gonna do the Jaws photo op. This one's huge. Like, he's so much bigger than Bruce in Orlando. Like, would you say he's like 2 or 3 times bigger?
At least.
Like, he's massive.
Yeah, he's massive. I think my favorite part of this photo op, so there's 3 photo ops here in like a kind of small area, and they all have their own audio. So Fast and Furious has like cars revving, and then Jaws has like the Jaws theme that plays, and then Kong over here is like rah! And so you'll be at like the Kong one, and you'll hear like cars revving and like Jaws in the background. It's so funny.
Okay, we're gonna get back on the tour. I don't know why I wanted to play rock, paper, scissors with him, but I did.
But we're going out of here.
Over there, look into the waiting room. Have your picture taken just like the kids in that old.
That was actually pretty fun. I would say 90% of it is the exact same, but the parts that were different really stood out. So like the area where you get off the tram was definitely the coolest part, like all the photo ops.
Yeah.
Even though the Kong hand was a little rough, like we had something similar to that in Orlando in a tribute store.
Yeah.
And I feel like it like just looked a little bit better, but the giant Jaws was amazing.
Yeah, the shark was really cool.
The shark was cool, and like that part was neat because the only place that you typically get off of the tram, or the only time, is during Halloween Horror Nights for that. So being able to get off and like load back up on a different tram, really unique. But while we were down there, I have worked up an appetite.
Oh my gosh, yes.
like I'm so hungry. So let's go grab some 60th food. We went out to dinner with some friends last night, and we went to get some tacos, and I was so full when I went to bed, but now I'm just so hungry. And we figured if we're gonna eat something at the 60th anniversary, it's gotta be something that looks like a 60. So we got the 60th anniversary donuts. I don't think there'll be anything special about them. I think they're just 2 donuts, but who doesn't love donuts? So they're doing some audio testing behind us for some sort of event, so it might get loud at times. The donut, very, very just store-bought donut. Nothing special about it. A little dry, really sweet frosting. It's just your typical donut.
Kind of made it a 5 though, huh?
I'm trying to make it a 5. Yeah.
You liked the 50th much better.
Way better.
I see.
Better.
Oh, and that looks wonderful too. That has cookies in it and on top.
Yeah, it seems like a lot, doesn't it?
Nah, you're going to be walking a lot today. It'll be fine. You need it. You need it. Huh?
All right, Tyler already got his fingers sticky. I picked up the donut for like to take some pictures, and it was really sticky.
So this next thing, it looks kind of interesting. So this is the chocolate chip spiral croissant. I don't even know what they were thinking here. Like, I've had a cronut, I've had chocolate chip cookies. It's like they just put all of that together. That thing, it's gonna be so hard to eat. And like, look at how thick it is. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I don't even know what to say. I thought I'd be fine. That was way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I think this is one of those things you just need to break apart. Like, you just need to eat it piece by piece, and there's probably gonna be pieces that are way better than other pieces. You know, like this top layer is gonna be great. That bottom layer, you might just throw it away because that's like the chocolate shell of an Oreo. You're just gonna get rid of that. I have hurt my jaw. Like, I am having pain right through here. I'm trying to eat that thing. The croissant's actually pretty dry. The croissant's almost like it's been sitting out, but the cream at least helps that to some degree.
When I first saw this thing, I thought it was going to taste better than it actually does. But the cream in the middle, I thought it was going to be like donut filling cream or something.
Decadent, right?
Yeah, like in like rich. It's basically just a chocolate whipped cream. So it's really light. There's not a ton of sweetness. There's not a ton of flavor in general. So it doesn't really add much. And the croissant needs something. Like, it is a little dry, and it has the chocolate on top, but that doesn't help in terms of like, I don't know, like there's only a little bit of chocolate when you take a bite that you get. I feel like the sweet spot is gonna be these little chunks of chocolate chip cookie dipped in like the cream. That, like, I'm here for that. It's good, but I don't know that I'd get it again.
You know what they say, happy food is healthy food, eh?
Agree. 100%. That's my motto.
Look into my eyes. Feel the daytime slip away. It's the nighttime glimpse its golden race around your soul. You will leave a window open for me. Do you understand? Excellent.
Oh my gosh, the characters in Hollywood are so good.
I
like
wish I'd have been recorded. He scared me to death.
he did. He came up behind and I was just like acting so nonchalant and he scared the crap out of you. But you would never just see Drac walking around in Orlando. Like, that is amazing. That was so perfect. But the thing that we were trying to talk about before Dracula came over here and scared the ever-living pants off of Tyler is this giant cinnamon roll. So a lot of the time, like, I can't tell you how many places we've been where it says giant cinnamon roll on the menu. That's just like how people like to describe cinnamon rolls. And it's like, like it's a normal cinnamon roll, you know, like something you get at Cinnabon. That's a cake. Like, that's not a cinnamon roll. That thing is huge. If I'd have seen that before we ordered what we just ordered, I might have gotten it. But we've got a lot of food to eat today. So I don't know if we're going to have room for that or not. But I'm so curious after seeing it.
I really don't jump very often. And he was just like, I was recording and I didn't expect to have somebody on my shoulder. I mean, like, he was like gophering on my shoulder. Like, he's just like right here. He's just standing there. Like, I don't know why. I jumped very hard.
We came over here to Mel's because they have TV dinners, which is hysterical. But what's crazy is how different like this Mel's is versus the one in Orlando. I didn't even know where it was. Like, Tyler had to lead me over to it because I've never even noticed it. It's so much smaller and like the decor on the inside is completely different, even from like before they revamped the Mel's in Orlando. This one is adorable and it's fitting that they have a lot of the retro food in here.
I know we were wanting something savory, but I'm going to start off with the apple pie milkshake. For one main reason, I get so tired of eating melted milkshakes or drinking melted milkshakes. When we're in Florida, like, if you buy them, if we spend any time getting like footage or anything, they're done. Like, they are absolutely just a puddle. And this looks so good. Do you think this is like the little stripes on there? Do you think that's just applesauce? Like, just some crisscross applesauce?
100%.
They just filled this thing up? I think it's like probably some sort of glaze. I mean, I guess we could... No, it's not applesauce. It's like a really sweet, like almost like a filling of some sort. Like, that is... No, not applesauce at all. I love apple pie desserts.
Yeah.
Way more than I love apple pie. I know that sounds weird. I like apple pie too. It's just like apple pie desserts are just always better than apple pie itself. I was starting to worry because the first two items that we got were not great. This is one of the best milkshakes I've ever had. We just did a video where we tried 14 milkshakes in about 3 hours. And I swore I'd never drink a milkshake again, but I'm about to crush this. I'm going to let Anna have a little bit of it, and then I'm going to crush this. Before I even hand this over to Anna, they've got this little apple turnover in here. I'm messing it up before you get it, but I can't help it. I thought, does it even have filling in it? Maybe a little bit. That doesn't add much, but it doesn't need anything added. It's perfect as it is. Just drink some so I can drink the rest of it.
I always love when you have a really strong reaction to a food item because I'm just behind the camera like cackling, like trying my best not to like try not to shake it. Like, normally fruity like ice cream isn't my thing, but you've got me really excited for this one.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, I don't get much apple flavor.
No,
it tastes like cinnamon roll ice cream or something. Like, you get the cinnamon and the spice from the apple pie filling, and it's kind of like crunchy a little bit. Like, it feels like there's some like, you know, whatever's supposed to make the crust is like crumbled up in there. wow. Like this is like, you like apple pie and apple pie flavored things. I typically don't, so I didn't expect to. This is blowing my mind. If all apple pies tasted like this, I would be like pure American, but they don't. I wish they did though. I can tell you right now, this TV tray dinner is not going to live up to that milkshake. Like, there is no way. As soon as I saw a TV tray dinner, the only thing I could think of is that, like, How Food, or the Food That Built America TV show. I like watching that from time to time. I'll binge it, and they had one on, like, TV dinners, which I've never really had before. Like, I guess there's stuff in the freezer section that kind of resembles this. I will say, everything else at Mel's comes with French fries, but the TV tray dinners you get peas and carrots. So that's a knock against the TV tray dinner off the bat. But the fried chicken looks pretty good. It's not Nana's, but it's not bad. There's something about this chicken that when I looked at it, I was like, it looks dry and not that enticing. It is not dry at all. And it has a lot of flavor. Like, I think that's where a lot of places go wrong with fried chicken, is that like the batter and the meat itself doesn't have enough flavor in it. Like, it can be hard to get the whole thing to like soak up some salt so it actually tastes like something and not bland chicken. That like this has shocked me.
I'm glad that you decided that you were the favorite. You ate the drumstick. That's how me and my brothers decided who was the favorite. Whoever got the drumstick given to them by mom. When I was a kid, that's all I wanted was the drumsticks. Now I'm much more like, give me a thigh, give me something like that. But when I was a kid, it was just drumsticks. Were you the same?
Oh, 100%. And I feel like my mom just got enough for both of us, so we weren't like fighting over it.
Y'all were both the favorite? I gotta talk to my mom when we get home. So part of being from the South is the innate ability to determine what is good fried chicken and what isn't. You're just born with it. I think it like comes at like the age of 4. I think is scientifically when it shows up for you. This is good fried chicken. Like, this is not bad at all. I'm the same way. I thought it was going to be super dry. When I bit into it, the juice was just like flowing out of it. Once again, I agree with Anna. It's not Nana's. Mine wouldn't be Nana. Mine would be Grandma's. It's not Grandma's or Aunt Patty's fried chicken. Aunt Patty's fried chicken. Whew, that's a different conversation altogether. But it's actually really good. Like, for a theme park fried chicken, I just hit the camera. Sorry. For a theme park fried chicken, way better than I anticipated. Because I've had some really trash chicken at theme parks. Even like Universal Orlando had some really bad fried chicken. And this one is really good. Way better than anything you would get in a TV dinner. I can almost guarantee that. It also comes with some mashed potatoes and gravy. Another Southern staple. They're okay. Definitely sort of give me like a boxed mashed potatoes and gravy feel. And that's okay. Some people can't do mashed potatoes. In the words of my grandfather, them's boxed taters. So is this next thing cake or is it brownie? What's wrong? What's wrong with forks in the 1960s? What is that? Oh, it got melted in there. It got like crimped. Oh, look at that. You see that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, everybody's always talking about how America's so much bigger now. It's like, yeah, because they used to try to eat with that. Like, if you tried to eat with this in the 60s, yeah, you'd starve.
Mel's really took the food like to the next level, because the first 2 things that we got, they were okay, but they weren't great. The stuff at Mel's was great. Like, that was delicious. And there's some other 60th anniversary food that we're gonna get later that we're super excited about, but I am fooded out for the minute.
Are you full?
I am full. I'm definitely full, and I need to like take some steps so I can get ready to eat some more. love when we go down to the lower lot because the views on the way down are so pretty. Like the mountains over there, you just don't expect to have these kind of views in a theme park, and I never get tired of it.
All right, I got an idea, and I need you to just stick with me for a second. I like to make excuses to do things, so we've already ridden the oldest attraction here, which is the Tram Tour. We should go ride the newest attraction here, which is Mario Kart. Is it an excuse to just go into Super Nintendo World? Yeah, probably. But I think that's what we should do. It sounds like a wonderful idea to me. I love this place so much. Like, I cannot wait for it to be in Orlando.
Referee for our big race against Team Bowser for the universe.
It's a little high.
Looks like it's on there good.
Alright, you're going down.
No, I'm winning. You're losing. I'm sorry, what was that about you beating me on Mario Kart? Can you repeat that? Because if I remember correctly, when we got off the ride, I not only beat you, but I had the high score for our entire cart, just like put y'all on my back like that, because I'm the best. I love that place.
Listen, we're here for the 60th. Like, I wasn't even prepared to play a game. That was all your idea, and I just wasn't, like, if I'd been trying.
Yeah. Is this how you feel after Men in Black?
I wasn't, like, let's just go do 60th anniversary stuff like we're supposed to.
Another part of the 60th anniversary celebration is that they did release some, like, exclusive merchandise for it, and it's good. Like, it's real good merch. We thought ahead this time, and we did bring an extra suitcase just to take merch home in. Universal has nailed it with this merchandise. Like, it is so good. There's so many things, like, we're walking around, we're like, oh, I want that, I have to have this. This is one of the things that I saw beforehand that I was dead set on getting, because it's freaking Woody Woodpecker is driving the tram. It's so cute, but now that I'm seeing it, it does roll, by the way, it rolls. But now that I'm seeing it in person, I don't think this is gonna fit in any of our suitcases. Like,
it's big.
I think it's too tall, because, you know, like,
big.
Suitcases are only so deep. I don't think it's gonna fit. I'm sad. I don't know if we're able to, like, if you can order them online. If we can, we're gonna have one sent to Orlando. Also, like, it feels like I'd be afraid of how it would come out the other side if you put it in, like, a check bag, you know, because I think those things get thrown around pretty hard sometimes. So I don't know if it would make it to the other side. It's got some kind of, like, fragile pieces on the edge. This thing, it's so cute. It's so good.
I just love how they nailed the retro, like, vintage look. Like, there's a jacket that we would 100% get, but we live in Orlando, so we never wear jackets. I mean, I shouldn't say never. Like, 2 months out of the year we wear jackets, and we just, like, share one most of the time. We don't share one.
This cup is 100% happening. We just had a conversation seconds ago about whether we're getting one or two, because I have full intentions of drinking out of this very frequently when we go home. And so if Tyler had the same intentions, then he needs to get his own. But he said we're good with one. But it does beg the question. So this is Woody Woodpecker. He's on the cup. He's also driving the popcorn bucket. And so I'm curious, like, did he have something to do with the original Tram Tour? Or, like, is it just because he's kind of like an iconic, you know, TV character from around the same era? I don't know, but I love it. I'm here for it. Cup has been acquired. So I figured by looking at it that it was supposed to be used with a straw. And when I was checking out, you know, I just assumed that they had them, like, behind the counter so people don't take them. And when I was checking out with this, the guy was just, like, gonna put it in a bag. And I was like, hey, does it come with a straw? And after I asked him, he was like, oh, it does, and went and got it. So if you were wanting to purchase one of these, just be cognizant when you're checking out that you may have to ask, because they may forget. And I get it, they're super busy. Today's been a chaotic day with the whole issues use with like their card system. But yeah, make sure you get your straw with it. We came over here to the Hollywood and Dine to grab some more 60th anniversary food, and this has my mouth watering. So this is like a barbecue brisket sandwich, and it has Woody Woodpecker like stamped on the top of the bun. It's so cute. I love it so much. Like I don't even know how they do that. Like I didn't know that was possible, but I love it. This is going to be a very messy sandwich. I'm a fan. It's not like mind-blowing or anything, but I really like all of the different flavors that you get on it. So there's like a slaw that kind of has like, you know, a lighter like mayo-y taste, and then there's some kind of sauce on here that's really good. It's sweet. It tastes like it has like a hit of barbecue in it, and then you get the flavor of the brisket. A lot of the time when you get meat at theme parks, it's not very flavorful. Like it doesn't, you know, it's kind of bland tasting. This meat is good. It was seasoned well before it was cooked. Like I said, not mind-blowing, but it's a good sandwich.
You made me laugh when you were talking about you don't know how they get the thing on top. It's obviously just like a brand. Like, they're not sitting back there like sketching it in there with something hot. It's just like they stamp it. Just a little stamp. We could get one at home. Like a picture of the dogs, just stamp our burgers. Whatever. The sandwich is good. Like, whatever the sauce is, very good. Like you said, nothing mind-blowing. I don't know what they typically have here because we've only ever eaten here for the 60th and then for Halloween Horror Nights. So I don't know if this is just like something that they normally have. And then they just stamped Woody Woodpecker and they're like, hey, 60th. So that could be the case. Also, I had to mention the fries. The fries would be really good if they were warm. We got kind of cold fries. But if they were warm, they'd be really good crinkle fries. I don't normally like crinkle fries, but these are pretty solid.
This is the Cosmic Pop. So this is a non-alcoholic drink, and it's made out of Sprite, non-alcoholic blue curacao, grenadine, and then some Pop Rocks that I think have all dissolved at this point. This sounds really good, and I'm excited to try it. However, I feel like we've been catfished a smidge. And just to show you what we mean, there's a banner that has like what the Cosmic Pop is supposed to look like, what it's advertised as, and this is what it looks like. I bet it's still delicious, but it's just funny when like that's the picture you see, and then this is what you get. This is a really successful mocktail, specifically because it tastes like several cocktails that I've had. You can really get like the hint of the blue curacao in here. There's one drink in particular that I'm thinking of that a friend of ours gave us the recipe to, and it's just called the Fun Drink. So it's Sprite, blue curacao, and then I think it has some sweet and sour mix in it. So it's a little bit different because this one has grenadine instead, but a very similar vibe. I feel like what we've learned about cocktails, because I don't know much about mixology, is that blue curacao is just the go-to for just a good time, delicious drink. Like you can mix it with anything and it's so good, and you really can taste it in this. I really don't get the grenadine much, but the rest of it's really good. If you want to enjoy the Pop Rocks, drink it very quickly after getting it because the Sprite just did away with all of the Pop Rocks, but I like it.
This is one of those things that we saw it, and we didn't really care what the flavor was. We were going to get it because it's a cute dessert. But it's the Chili Willy coconut cake. It's basically a snowball. That's what it looks like to me. I have no idea who Chili Willy is. I may be exposing myself. He may be some big time character at Universal. I have no idea. I did play Club Penguin, so I do know about penguins, but I don't know anything about this character. It's good. It tastes like coconut. Not really like a cake. I mean, it's got some cake in it, but it's more like a creamy mousse. But it's not really mousse because it's a different texture altogether. But I expected there to be more in it. Oh, there is. I thought there was like more in the center. I just didn't cut deep enough on the first one. See it?
Ooh.
Yeah. Is that like chocolate? It is chocolate. It is. and it's way better. Like, it was good. It was like a 6.5 or a 7. It was good. It's good. Now it's like a 9 or a 10. Like, it's just like, you had to get into it a little bit. Definitely one of the better things I've had today, but I do have to. I have to eat old Chili Willy's hat. My food. He has sweated in that hat.
This is the film reel cookie. Our film seems to be a little broken on it. You can tell the way they tried to adhere it is like they put buttercream on there and then like pressed it down. So it wouldn't shock me if quite a few of these come broken just by their application method. This looks good. I do have one slight concern though, and that is the frosting in here. I don't know if you can see the color. It's quite dark, and there have been several times that Universal has given us something with dark frosting that just like stains your mouth.
That's not what I'm worried about at all. You see the silver on my finger. Like, I'm worried about the top. Like, I have a feeling our mouths are just going to be stained after this.
Okay. This is good. I sound surprised because we have had so many cookies from theme parks that just aren't good, that are like hard and lack all kinds of flavor. The icing on this is delicious. Like, it is kind of borderline cloyingly sweet. Like, it's very sweet. It just tastes like a really good sugar cookie. The texture on the cookie itself is nice and like buttery and kind of crumbles in your mouth. I honestly think that I can say this is the best theme park cookie I've ever had, although I am a little concerned about what my mouth looks like right now.
Y'all see that? Today? Anna was worried about the black frosting, and I told her that silver was going to get us.
As far as the 60th anniversary food goes, it seemed like the savory was really good and the sweet was kind of hit or miss. Now, we didn't have all of the 60th anniversary food, like by far. There's 3 other savory items at the Hollywood and Dine that we didn't even try. But both of our savory items were delicious. The sweet stuff, some of it, like that apple pie milkshake, was really, really good. And then some of it was just okay.
We had so much fun at the 60th anniversary of the Tram Tour. Like, today was just a great day. We had so much fun that I guarantee, and I promise that we will come back for the 120th anniversary of the Tram Tour. But anyways, guys, thanks for hanging out. If you want to see our very first time at Universal Hollywood, check out this video right up here. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.